Barreled Surf Podcast.
Barreled Surf Podcast.
Barreled Surf Podcast.
Barreled Surf Podcast.
Barrel Surf Podcast.
Yeehaw!
Good afternoon, Fledgins. Welcome back to Barrel Surf Podcast. Back in the Shedquarters, well, a version of it anyway. And as usual, to my right, Mr. T-Bone Collector. T-Bone.
G'day, Nemo.
Good to see you back, mate.
Yeah,
You've
it's
been
been
away
a
for a
while.
little while.
It has been.
On the tools.
On the tools, yeah. And I had a little bit of time away from Dunsborough last break. So, yeah, it feels like forever.
Bit of snowboarding, mate.
Yeah, a bit of snowboarding, yeah. It was
Sick.
a great trip.
Nice one. And also joining us in the Shedquarters, it's been a little while since he was on the show, Mr. Christopher Binnsy. G'day, mates.
G'day, fellas. How are we?
Going great. We had a bit of a day out yesterday, the three of us, at the Yelling Up Board Riders Senior Comp number 1. I won't talk too much about my and T-Bone's efforts. I think you got a 1.5 or something in T-Bone, and I got a big fat donut.
Well, my tactic was to follow Ant-Man around the whole heat, and that went out the door, and I just dropped anchor, and I spoke to, who was I speaking to? Oh, shit, just lost it. But anyway, I pretty much had a good old chat for most of the heat.
Yeah,
I spent about 10 minutes out the back with you.
Yeah, speaking of Vivos,
I was
I was
the
thinking of
next
Viv, that's it, yeah.
speaking of Vivos, and he had a nice, beautiful drop in on old Gordon Merchant. We'll call him Gordon Merchant for argument's sake. And yeah, I don't know how happy he was with that. He's old Gordon. A couple of words to Vivos on the way back out.
Oh.
Yeah, that with the big jobs, don't you? I don't think he gives a fuck really, but anyway. And Binnsy, you also had a bit of a shocker in your first heat, but then, like a true survivor, brought it back with a heat win in heat number 2.
Yeah, and then had another shocker. So I had a shocker sandwich yesterday,
Shocker sandwich.
but the filling in the middle was pretty good. But it wasn't until the prezzo that Shauno announced I was the only person who surfed 3 times yesterday, which would explain why I fell asleep about 8 o'clock last night. I was absolutely buggered.
Mate, I had one heat, didn't even catch a wave and I was buggered. So I can't imagine 3 heats in.
Yeah, I was saying it's a pretty funny concept, paying money to get flogged out at Yellingup. Like I do that for free a couple of times a week.
Yeah.
But yeah, yesterday I think I came in with about 5 minutes to go in the final because I got stuck in the hole after breaking my own rule and going left.
Oh,
A couple of lefts ridden out there.
Huge set came through and I was like, you know what? I'm done.
I'm going.
I did have a conversation with you, and you said you swapped boards for the second
Yeah.
heat.
Yeah. Best heat I've ever surfed was on a 20.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
So yeah, welcome to the what was the division called? The social fun division
Social
or
fun.
something. Equal opportunity, push-ins. Yeah, it's great.
Mix assisted. Yeah, no, that was a good day. We had some really nice waves, especially in the morning, and then it sort of went to shit in the afternoon, just in time for my heat. Thanks very much, and T-Bone's heat. But you get that when you're in the blue ribbon division, don't you?
Yeah. As Vivos said to me, it's not a heat out and yelling up if you don't get a closeout. So
Yeah, that's right. I spent the first 10 minutes or so underwater, which was always fun. But yeah, so you paid money to catch some waves. I paid money to get flogged. There we go. There's been a bit of swell around. Don't want to talk too much about it, give it too much airtime. But yeah, it's been a few waves.
it certainly has. Yeah, and I guess that little catch up with TB as he did the other day was probably one of the many stories that might have happened down the coast.
Yeah, bit going on there. Helicopters and jet skis and all the rest of it. Jeez.
Yeah,
Bravest thing I've ever
outrageous.
seen. Bravest thing I've ever seen.
But as he was saying, like, why did they send him down there when they had all the rescue equipment there already, helicopters and boats? So
Who knows?
just a backup.
Maybe. Sounds like no one else was doing anything until they got there. Some chick in a helicopter jumped out of it and all sorts of things.
I heard Austin Appleby started swimming off Quindalup, but he didn't quite get there in time.
What a legend that is.
What not today.
Didn't
Not
get around the
today.
Cape. Not today, Austin. Not today. I think he's getting his schooling paid for the rest of his life.
Good on him. So
Private
he
school
should.
fees.
So
Yeah,
he should.
good on you. Yeah, a bit of a legend. So, Binnsy, talk to me, mate. You are just about to head over to the East Coast. What have you got on over there?
Going over for the ABB. Unfortunately, Yelling Up's only representative this year, which is a bit of a bummer.
It's a bit of a bummer.
Just Margaret's and Trig, the two West Australian representatives this
Trig's
year.
got a Guernsey.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, the qualifier every year seems to be a lottery between Margaret's Yelling Up and Trig. It's held at 1 foot closeouts at Scarborough, and two of the three teams book themselves a ticket to Burleigh. Unfortunately,
Have you had a look at the forecast for this week?
yeah, it's a funny one. There's a lot of swell, but there's a lot of wind, and it's shifting around all the time. So it could be really good if the wind goes south enough to swing back offshore at Burleigh. If it's straight easterlies, sounds good for here, but absolute garbage there. But for a tag team, big and out of control's pretty exciting. You just have to get back into the beach. That's what cost us a few years ago when Taj, of all people, I think came in about third or fourth Ave Burleigh. Just the sweep was outrageous.
You got to have a bit of fitness about you, don't you?
Yeah, I'm just having a look at the forecast now. You're correct. It's going to be straight east all weekend. So they hold it from what day? Friday or Saturday?
It's just Saturday, Sunday.
Okay,
and it's fixed. It's not. There's no call. It's on. I've got the schedule with the times that every heat's starting, and that's it.
All right. So for the listeners, when is Yelling Up surfing? Do we know?
Well,
Well,
just
they're not.
discussed this,
Schedule?
we're not.
They're not.
Oh, they're not.
Oh,
Okay.
Margaret River and Trig.
Lads, bloody hell. We just recorded that whole episode and talked about how it was just Margaret's and Trig going over to Burleigh for the ABB and how Yelling Up missed out and we got ripped off and blah, blah, blah. But it turns out bloody Scarborough board riders came third in the ABB qualifier on home turf, and they'll also be representing WA. So apologies to those guys for a shocking oversight. I jumped on the plane to fly over here, opened my commentary notes and realised that we'd completely fresh aired you in the broadcast, in the webcast, podcast, one of the casts. So let's cast no aspersions. Wishing you guys best of luck. I'm now a Scarborough bandwagon jumper for this weekend. Let's go, guys. Legendary club, of course. Guys like Mark McAuliffe and Mark Lane are notable alums, and the modern day crew who've brought the club back are obviously going to be pretty stoked to be over here this weekend as well. So go Scarborough. And sorry about missing you guys. I guess this is my penance. And the broken board I got first surf at Burleigh yesterday. Yo!
Okay.
I was just
sorry, I meant Margaret River. I don't.
Oh, don't actually have it in front of me. But they'll be surfing once on the first day, and hopefully that's enough to see them surf again on the second day.
I was just wondering, is Julian Wilson, is he associated with the Board Riders Club? Is he with Merriweather? Do you know?
I think it would be. One of the funniest live moments I've ever seen was with Julian. Grew up Noosa and had just moved to Newcastle, and the event was sponsored by Oakley, and he was living in Newcastle and very sponsored by Oakley, and Vaughan Blakey did a live cross to him and asked him about his junior board riding career, and he said, I didn't do board riders.
No board riders.
And I've never seen Vaughan stuck for words before, but yeah.
Well, that'd be a deadly addition if he did surf for Merriweather.
They are one of those clubs. They are unbelievable. You think about your sort of Premier League of board riders clubs, and it's Merriweather and it's North Narrabeen and it's Snapper. But then the clubs that I really like, and maybe Merriweather floats between them, but you've got like North Shelley from the Central Coast, who are just unbelievable. The best club. They punch so far above their weight. North Shore, who won last year from the Sunshine Coast, they're the same. They just step it up another level. And even North End. So I don't know what it is with the North thing.
Yeah.
But if you've got North in your team name and you're not North Narrabeen, then you're a pretty good club with, underdog spirit and all the rest. And they're awesome.
You got to love the underdogs come through, especially if they don't have any current CT or ex-CT surfers in.
Well, sometimes having those Hollywood surfers can be a bit of a blessing and a curse because you can be dependent on them.
Yeah.
And then I know that there's a lot of guys this year because Newcastle starts the day after. So there's a lot of the Challenger Series surfers who are already going to be down in Newcastle and they're pulling out this year. So there will be some teams who all of a sudden are scrambling. Whereas if you're North Shelley and you've got a guy like Shane Holmes who used to just, I think everyone called him the Hammer. He's a concreter from the Central Coast, and he is the guy who used to smash that Karamis event every year. I think he made the final against Taj once, lost to Parko beat Parko in the semis. Like,
Sick.
Unbelievable, and just dies for his club. And he turns into bloody Taylor Knox.
That's
when
what
he
you
paddles
want,
out
isn't
for
it?
his
Someone
club.
to die for your club, you know? Like
And Alistair Reginato from North Shore and Sophie McCulloch, she does that as well. And it's just awesome, some of those clubs. A lot of them, like as a commentator, you don't have a clue where some of these beaches are. Like the Sunshine Coast has about 10 different clubs, and I thought
10?
Kawana was like, they used to have the Uncle Toby's Ironman back in the day. I didn't know they had waves. I don't know where the North Shore is. North Shore of what? I think it's, and they'll say, it's Mooloolaba, don't you know, or Maroochydore. And I'm like, I don't, it's like we've got 10 clubs between here and Augusta or something. And
that's crazy.
Yeah, people are meant to know where Willie Abrup is. Well, I don't know what the North Shore Willie Abrup board riders are.
Jeez.
Don't mention Willie Abrup, mate. I'm just having a look now, and I can confirm that Margaret River is in heat number 3 on Saturday. So get your live vision going on that one. Trig Point is in round number 1, heat 5. So
Does it list the surfers for Trig Point?
no.
Curious to know who'd be in it.
Pretty sure it'd be Luke Campbell as their master.
Yeah.
Izzy Campbell,
Okay.
which no relation to Luke, but also, she's kind of from Denmark, but she surfs for Trig. I think the junior would be Jake Scott, and then Fletcher Lanwan is the club president, and sounds like he's put himself in the team as well, and then Seb Pelazon. So that's their 5 on paper that I've got at the moment.
So remind me what the scoring is. So a surfer goes out and gets their best 2 waves, and the last surfer...
It's just one wave.
Just one wave.
Yep. So it's one wave, and then you have... So it's 5 surfers, and then your power surfer surfs again. You can catch as many waves as you want.
Right.
But you're only going to keep your best one. You don't have to claim it or anything. It's just done. If you catch 3 waves, you paddle in, the system will automatically drop your best score in. Power surfer can only catch one. Every now and then the power surfer catches a second and cops their team a penalty. And then you got to get back to the box in time.
The power surfer
Which is a fair run.
Yeah,
it's a fair run. Yeah, it's about I think the handbook might say it's like 800 meters or something, but I reckon it's a bit more than that. And yeah, some teams just whip around. Like, to be honest, any team that gets back in time is already 1 foot in the next round. Fiddling around trying to get a better score is just lunacy, because you just don't have that much time. You've got like 8 minutes, 10 minutes per surfer max.
Holy moly.
And 6 of that is already done travelling. So,
and can you imagine what if there's a massive sweep?
Oh, yeah. Once you throw a sweep in the mix, it's just, it's chaos.
It's hard work.
So who are we looking at for Margies this week? So I know Chippo will be down at the Challenger in Newey.
Yeah, so they've listed Willow Hardy as their female, but again, Newey starts the next day. Not sure whether she will surf, not sure who their backup might be. Master, I think, is Shero, the Fonz, the Sheriff.
The Sheriff.
For the, this is probably his 76th time competing in the ABB final. And then the rest of the teams, Oki Fraser, Macklin Flynn and Jack Mitchell.
That's a good lineup.
I'm guessing Oki's the junior. I should probably brush up on whether it's under 20s or under 21s or whatever before the weekend, but yeah, that's their lineup.
Didn't Mark River made the final last year?
They've come, I think their best result's 5th. And so that would have you in the final, yeah.
They're three pretty strong surfers that would probably do really well at Burleigh, hey? All three naturals, aren't they?
Yeah, and Oki Fraser, he's just really stepped it up in the last little while.
That's
and Macklin Flynn's relocated to the East Coast. So,
has he?
Yeah, they're hurts to say, but they're a great, strong club at Margaret River. And I guess this weekend I'll have to be doing my best unbiased commentary while being as biased as possible towards them.
So tell me, mate, I mean, yelling up board riders are not there, but who would be your all-star lineup if you could pick any current, past?
For yelling up?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, you'd have to figure out how you, like on current ages and stuff, your masters. My biggest issue at the moment with the ABBs, I think the master needs to be more than over 35. Like I think over 35 that's your opens these days.
Yeah,
like let's make the master old, like over 45s and really.
That's Kelly Slater 20 years ago.
Yeah. Well, there was one year where there was a World Masters, I think, in the Azores, and Kelly was still competing on the championship tour and could have competed in that, you know. And it's like, all-time Margs team. Oh,
Yale's team.
Sorry. Obviously, you know, Taj, Snake, Paul, Mel, or Bevo maybe, but she's been in and out.
Yeah.
You know, she's City Beach originally and sort of can't commit. You know, clubmen, you'd put in guys like Silsey and Tommy Trigwell, and it's a tough one. I guess you'd need to look at the conditions as well.
Yeah.
But it'd be incredible if you could get, you know, the ultimate lineup to compete. But obviously, everyone still has to live their lives outside of board riders, and it's a lot harder for the West Australian teams to get over there every year. So. Having
like an elder statesman like a Snake to sort of...
Oh, even as coach.
As coach, exactly. That would be awesome.
You know, you see it with Hoggy and Narrabeen. He's just like this talisman who just cracks the whip on everyone and gets them motivated. He's like a footy coach, you know, and they just want to run through walls and
what you need,
and go mad. And, you know, veins popping out of his head.
Absolute maggots, get back on that field and do something.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, that'd be really good to have our mate Jake Paddo on board for the Yelling Up team for next year. All right, Adsy, how's it going there, mate?
I'm all right, mate. You all right?
I'm not bad. What's going on there, my fella?
Well, mate, I'm all right, but I could be a bit better, old son.
Bit better? How could you be better, my son?
I'd be a bit better if I had a cold the Giants West Coast IPA from fucking Cheeky Monkey, mate.
Fucking Cheeky Monkey?
Yeah, bloody bringing out a 5.9%. It's West Aussie, piney, resinous, the lowdown, bright and smooth, a medium-bodied West Coast IPA with a lean, strappy finish that drinks clean and it's fucking refreshing.
Oh, lovely jubbly.
And it's got a real nice picture of some trees.
Oh, even more lovely jubbly.
So get into it, my fellow pommies.
All right, then. Hey, how's it, my brew?
Grucky, I didn't realise we were going for this one, my fellow.
I'll tell you what, my friend, I've been really enjoying the new Shock Eyes range from Shock Eyes Wetsuits Global.
Now listen to me, Andrew. Andrew, listen.
No, I'm not going to listen, bro.
You listen to me, my boy. You listen good and hard. They are good wetsuits, and I will not hear it any other way, okay?
I'm not tuning you, bro. I am not tuning you. Shock Eyes, get amongst it, eh?
Yes, my bro. Can't do another one.
Oh, do you know what's pretty sick, bro?
What's that, bro? You got a big dick at the back of your house.
I've got a big dick. I'm going to go give it a bit of a rub later on.
Oh, sure, bro.
Yeah, fully sick. And do you know what else I might do once I'm on my dick?
Drink some nice wine by any chance, cuz?
Might try to drink some Forester Estate wines this weekend, bro.
Forester brew, they're one of my favourites, eh?
Oh, cheers, cuzzy, bro. Forester Estate. Some of their wines are absolutely sick, bro.
Oh, it's better than a haka. We're going to get cancelled.
Oh, we're getting cancelled for sure. Hey, Adsy.
Yeah, mate.
I'll tell you what, the other day I was slipping all over my surfboard and I just could not work out what was going on.
Oh, bloody hell, mate. You're having a shocker.
I was having a shocker and then I thought, hang on a minute, I've got some Dr. Crack Wax in my car. I'm going to go back up to my car and wax myself up.
Oh, mate, Dr. Crack Wax. It's more Australian than drinking Foster's on the top of Uluru, isn't it?
I'll tell you what, meat pies, Australia Day, Uluru, bloody Australian, Crack Wax as well, Dr. Crack.
Made here in WA by a fucking Aussie core lord. Up the Dr. Crack Wax.
Get some Dr. Crack Wax on your stick.
Hi, my name is Jeremy Flores, and you're listening to Barreled Surf Podcast.
I guess he'll be down at the Challenger though, won't he, as well?
Yep. Yeah, doing snake tails once again.
Got a few crew.
Has he got a few? He's trying to break into the CT, Snake.
He does, yeah, yep. He's definitely got Kanoa Igarashi on the CT this year.
Ramsey?
Probably
Yeah,
Ramsey,
right,
yeah.
yeah,
'Cause he's
Ramsey made a
obviously got a
wild card.
spot because John Florence dropped out, but, you know, probably should have some wah.
Did he
ready to
coach
go.
Eli Hanneman?
No.
No, okay. I can't believe it's April next month, and it kicks off. One thing I haven't really been thinking much about this year, but someone did ask me the other day about what I thought about the new 2026, how they've dropped the cut. But one thing I don't know if you got any thoughts on it, Binnsy. When they go through the regular season and then they get to Dubai and Portugal, and I don't know how many.
The mini cut.
They have a mini cut, yeah.
But then they come back for the
Then
pipe.
But then they get invited to come back for the last hurrah. I still haven't really thought too much about it, but I don't know how I feel about it. You got any thoughts on that, mate?
Yeah, please don't look at me like I'm meant to shine a light on that.
It's a bit odd, isn't it? I found it a bit odd. Like, you got rid of the cut.
And
I get the mini cut myself.
And then it's another one of these things where it's clinging onto this American verbiage where it's called the postseason. Those two events, and then it's back for the finals. It's weird. I think everything points towards the fact that it could either be 32 men and 32 women or 24 men and 24 women is the point they're trying to get to.
Yeah.
And this season is going to be really cool watching that, because I think it's 36 men at the moment, 34 plus 2 wild cards, but they've got this weird seeding round with the bottom 8, and they've got that for the women as well. Yeah. Except with the women, it's the bottom 16. So there's a massive advantage to being in the top 8 to start the year off, and there's a massive advantage for the men being in the top 28, I think, because it's, they're trying to fill those last spots to get it down to 32, because then when you get to 32, it's just a straight shot elimination all the way through, man on man, which will make things like, fantasy and betting and all the rest way better.
Yeah, definitely.
How'd you go in fantasy last year, mate? You did all right, didn't you?
Oh, it's funny you should mention it. Yeah, I think I went all right.
I was going to get you a prize, but you've got all the surf merch you can possibly imagine. I would imagine, so I decided not to.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
Oh, that's okay.
I've ended up giving away quite a few T-shirts and vouchers and stuff over the years, because you enter about 10 different comps, and if you have a good run, all of a sudden
you normally win most of them.
You find yourself, you've won a T-shirt in the Cottesloe Board Riders thing, and I'm like, give it to a Grom, I'm good. And
yeah, thank you very much to Hodges Surf Centre in Apollo for my second place prize in Hodges League.
Way to go now, mate.
It was referred to me by our good mate Garthy from Yelling Up Board Riders.
You were showing glimpses of your third in the world form last year.
Glimpses, mate. Very much glimpses.
Well, yeah, you seemed to have racked up a few good results at the end.
Yeah, a couple of really bad events though, mate, and that sort of did me in for my own league, which Binnsy won.
Fantasy, you should lock in the teams and don't change them. That just be so much. Rule. It's a bit like AFL. Lock them in. You can't half time.
Mid event.
No, just at the start. That's
start of the year. Or
just don't change. No. Before an event. You put your team in.
Yeah.
The worst thing you can do is panic 5 minutes before the kick off, and do a quick little switcheroo. And the world's most boring story is the guy who then goes, "Oh, I had him on my team." It's like, we all fucking had him on our team. Like, what'd you take him off for then, you idiot? And I find that as well, because I'm lucky enough to go to so many events. I'll watch someone have an absolute shocker or they're ripping and then I'm in my own head. I'm like, can't do it. And I still know the one change I made last year that I reckon cost me probably top 10 in the world.
Jesus.
And then
You had a good year, didn't
myself. Well, I finished on the front page, which was kind of my goal.
Wow.
But yeah, I flipped out, I think Morgan and Geordie for Italo Morgan and Geordie for Italo and Julian, or the other way around, and I cost myself about 300 points and that killed me.
You don't have to give away your secrets, but do you delve into the stats and go really deep with your picks? Or
Nah, and I'm going to have to figure this one out again this year with the new draw. I just play the corners of the draw, so I kind of make sure I've got an even spread.
Yeah.
Because in a perfect world, you'll have 8 quarterfinalists, and then you.
How good is it?
And I mean, I got 7 once in one event, which I was pretty happy about. It's a lot easier to do that on the women's side.
Yeah, it is,
But then the women are tricky as well, because it's easy to get clever and then you lose someone you shouldn't and you're in a whole heap of trouble because it's straight into the finals.
Yeah.
So that's going to change a little bit this year with more women on tour.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just try and make sure I've got all the 4 corners of the board covered, and then hopefully my team just keeps advancing and you don't get too much friendly fire.
Yeah, you're right. When you try cover each corner, there might be 1 or 2 friendly fire, isn't it? I don't think you can totally avoid it, but
well, yeah, with the seeding rounds and stuff, like if someone wins a heat they shouldn't, all of a sudden your logic goes out the window, which you used to be able to avoid because you could then re-pick. So yeah, I don't know how they're planning on wheeling it out this year, where they've got those 4 heats to take it from 36 to 32. And if you can pick after that, it's a straight shot all the way through, which will make things a lot easier. But
is there any chance of some prizes this year? Because still no prizes, is there from the WSL?
I don't know. I won about $3,000 last year. It's pretty good.
From them?
No.
Exactly. That's the
From
thing.
various leagues.
even a little VIP trip to your event of your choice or something would be
just a VIP ticket for Marks or wherever your local event is would be good. Be nice to be up in VIP, wouldn't it?
I would love to go to J-Bay, but it's been pulled, hasn't it?
Yeah.
J-Bay's gone, mate. J-Bay's gone. Hey, while we're on, just getting back to the ABBs, you're over there for the Usher Cup, weren't you?
I was not.
You weren't?
No.
Oh, you're in Japan. Mm-hmm. Well, there you go. Any thoughts on the controversy there with have to be all the team members on the beach or something? It's apparently Dingo got pretty fired up at his old mentor rabbit.
Didn't really pay too much attention, just saw that Torquay went absolutely bananas in the final. I thought live heats had glitched out because all their surfers only had one wave and they're all 8s and above.
9s.
And then I scrolled down and everyone else had 3 4s and 4 5s, and it was like, wow, these guys just went crazy.
Torquay, number 1 club in the whole world. Well done.
Good on them.
So who's your pick for this weekend? Top 3, let's say.
Yeah, I mean, normally you go with the home team. Have always got to be a shot of making the final. They were pretty pissed off last year. There was some kind of interference thing that Chero was involved with.
What, with Burleigh?
And so Margies were like public enemy number 1 from the Queenslanders, and at one point I had some of the Burleigh boys screaming at me, and I was trying to show them my passport from the city of Bustleton, but Burleigh will be out to make amends for last year. Their women's squad is unbelievable. Isla Huppert's, Charlie Haitley, Ziggy McKenzie, they are the powerhouse women's team.
Yeah.
Jay Thompson he's that guy you're talking about earlier, like CT veteran, competitive brain, but he could be down at Newcastle coaching, Surfing Australia or that kind of thing. They're going to lose Lob because he's going to be in Newcastle, so then they're having to dig a bit deep. Snapper, they have Parker, but he struggles with the run up the hill.
Porco.
But they've all, you can't bet against Snapper. North Narrabeen always, you can't write off. North Shelley just seem to be the perennial team that have their shit together.
Yeah.
They got Macy Callahan or Molly, but I think
Is
Macy.
Mick surfing? Because he's over in the West right now.
Yeah, but Mick surfs for Snapper and beg your pardon, for Kira. And Kira,
does he?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
Kira
okay.
are a funny one. They sort of drift in and out as a club. I can't actually remember them having been in the ABB the last few years. So no, I don't think he'd be there.
They're not in this year by the looks of it.
No.
So, yeah, even Snapper's not. Is that right? Jeez.
They might have a wild card. It's one of those ones where they always sort of seem to get in at the last minute.
Perennial wild card.
One way or another.
So when's the Newcastle Challenger start? Is that next weekend or is it a couple more weeks away?
No. It starts, I'm pretty sure it starts on the Monday.
I did see that Lobby needs a win to qualify.
No. The WSL will put up that.
Is that right?
No.
That
the WSL will put up that Instagram post that's like they will clinch, another one of those stupid American words, if they get this. But it's like, as far as I can pick the ratings apart, the top 5 are in.
Yeah.
Like Eli Hanneman, they've already said he's clinched. Coley Vast.
Do they mean he's clenched or is he's clinched?
Well, Coley Vast is in second and he's throwing away a 700. So he gets through a heat, he's building on his score. He's in.
Yeah.
Like he cannot fall out. There's not going to be 9 people who overthrow him. Like there's just not enough points for that to happen. Same with George Pittar, which is great. We saw him make the semis here at Margaret's a couple of years ago. Sammy Pupo, he's one of those guys, bit like Neil Erasmus for the Dockers, used to go out and get 40 touches in the waffle and then play without much confidence for Freo and then get dropped and just sort of going between the two. But it feels like Freo are finally putting some faith in Raz this year and he's going to have a breakout on our march to the flag. And I reckon Sam Pupo might finally get that confidence on tour. He's on. His best mate, Mateus, is sitting in 8th. He's still in the gun. But if the two of them get on together, being there with your best mate who you've travelled with your whole life, I reckon that's great for both of them. Luke
awesome.
Thompson's the surprise packet from South Africa. He's sitting 5th. I think did he win at home in Bolito?
He won at Bolito, yeah.
Which is incredible. And he's a great, incredible surfer, great kid. And it's awesome just to see another South African name in the mix for a while because we've sort of been, Matty McGilvray, Geordie and, bits and pieces of Mikey Febb the last few years. So Luke Thompson, he's on the way up. There's another Luke Slipen, who's a great South African as well, who's best mates with him. Then from 6th down, it's all pretty tough. Like Oscar Berry, he doesn't have to make it through many heats to start adding to his points, which is
He needs to drop a 1900. I've just got it in front of me now.
No. He's already sorry.
700.
Yeah. You're right.
And
So
then
he's got to get through a few heats to start building. Morgan Siblick's in a great position because he's 6th, but he's holding a 700th. So he makes it through a heat. He builds on his score. Mateus, he's not going to, he's dropping a 1700. So he needs to get through a couple of heats. Liam O'Brien, unfortunately,
That's where it gets a bit tricky.
he's the guy. He's sitting 9th, but his lowest score is a 9th of 3,300. So he needs to make the quarters just to build on his
Just to
score,
improve, yeah.
Jeez.
which is really tough because he's almost falling victim to his own consistency this year. He's got a bunch of 9ths and 5ths, and he just needed one of those 5ths to be a semi or a final, and he'd be so pretty right now.
Yeah.
The danger for Lobby is that Callum Robson in 11th place is dropping a 700. So
Well, yeah,
Robbo gets a few.
we've got a massive knot of Aussies. So Lobby is 9th, Chippo's 10th, Callum is 11th, and Winter's 12th. And Chippo's only dropping a 700, so he gets through one heat. He's building on his score. Callum, same. He gets through a heat. He's building on his score. Winter's got to move the needle a fair bit.
He's sort of 4,000 below the cut line, right?
Yeah,
below
so
the qualification line.
He needs sort of a 9th, and that's a tricky round to get through. And my maths, you could probably go all the way down to Matty McGilvray and Rod, Michael Rodriguez, who's in 22nd. They're 11,405 points. So if they were to win, that's 10,000 points. McGilvray's not even dropping anything. He hasn't surfed enough events. But 21,500 is definitely going to get you in the mix to qualify. So I think anyone from there to 11th can get in. But with 2 throwaways, there's really not that much chance for that many people to move. At the most, I reckon we could see a couple drop out. And let's just bloody hope it's not Chippo.
Yeah, at 100%. I mean, just get through a few heats and he's improving his score. So why was Matty McGilvray not at pipe, do you know?
Not sure.
Yeah.
I mean, he's...
Jumping out of a plane somewhere probably.
Yeah, if there's anyone in the world who's not afraid, it's McGilvray. And on that note, funny one today, I'm not sure if you saw the Challenger Series announcement, but no pipe next year on the Challengers.
Oh, really?
I saw that.
Yeah.
Even less events too, hey?
It's becoming a Hawaiian 6,000.
Right.
QS 6,000, which is great for the Hawaiian. I think it's Hawaii and Tahiti is the region, which also I wonder about that one because Hawaiians can also go over and be Americans, can't they? Like
I think so.
you could sort of hedge. I know you have to nominate a region, but
Oh, geez. I'm just having a look now. Bolito, beach break. Huntington, beach break.
Ericira, I think.
Sal Sebastio, probably a beach break. Newcastle beach break. Ericira, which is that sort of poor man's bells.
It's a
So
hard grind, isn't it?
that's a grind. They were on the right track and they've just taken a step backwards there as far as I'm concerned.
You know, I was just thinking about when I was watching the Challenger in Hawaii, why was there so many Hawaiian wildcards? Is that normal? Like,
no, they weren't really.
wasn't there? It just seemed like the first round. Was
Yeah, so they-
well, I won't say wildcards, but
Well, I think there's
they were wildcards because they're not on the Challenger.
Yeah, but there's usually a lot of local wildcards in every event, but it's like there's 80 on the Challenger Series, and there would have been probably a dozen who didn't turn up. Like,
You mean like Challenger surfers didn't turn up?
yeah. By that
okay.
stage, there's guys who've already gone. I'm not making it this
fair
year.
enough.
Like I'm done.
Yeah.
And then they just had that round beforehand that was so stacked.
It
It was
was.
like, I think it was the round of 96. So it was
Yeah.
4-man heats, and it was, a couple of Florences
Yeah, I know.
and Jamie O'Brien and Mason Ho and then, the dudes you haven't heard of who are just absolute animals. And it wasn't that there was more Hawaiians. It was just that they kept punching and kept going.
Yeah,
Whereas, I'm sure if you paid more attention at Ericira, you'd see that there's that round of 96 that has a million guys called Zhao, who you've never heard of, but then they all get bounced in the round of 80 or whatever. So it was all fair. There was nothing there unless you're some guy who's trying to build on his Challenge Series score and you run into a pipe specialist at the most specialised event in the world. But far out, you can't keep everyone happy.
No, I mean, it was more curious to... You're right. I'm not saying I was not happy with it, but I was thinking for some of the Aussies trying to qualify, not only they got some of the best pipe specialists, also had a few CT surfers thrown in.
Well, they used to have the, in the old days of the pipe masters, they'd have half the draw Hawaiians, I reckon that was awesome.
But I guess if you're going to qualify, you're going to be surfing against those sort of surfers. So
Maybe not a pipe.
there's no,
to be honest, if you're a Aussie guy on the QS, you'd rather an event at Pipe, no matter who you have to surf against,
True.
than no wild cards in Bolito.
Yeah.
And it showed. The Aussies absolutely dominated that
did, didn't
competition,
they?
as we should.
Yeah.
It was always going to find a lot of people out, both men and women. And, it was a time for the surfers who surf the best in epic waves to shine, and they did. And it was the best Challenge Series event that's ever been held by a mile. I thought it should have been worth 1.5, the same way as the Pipe CT is.
Exactly.
But yeah, instead it's a bummer to see it clipped. There are some other positives that have come out from the WSL today. So there's some QSs, the 6000s. I've been to a bunch of them over the years. Taiwan, Cruy, Nias, all those ones that have been co-sanctioned in the past between Oceania and the Asian region. And some of those have been so successful that they've now become QS international events where surfers from all over.
Okay, that sounds good.
So they're like not co-sanctioned anymore. They're basically everything seems to be going back to how it used to be. They're now QSs that everyone can enter.
Yeah.
And they're at the premium events because like Cloud9, fantastic venue for a contest. Let's open that up to the best QS surfers from all over the place. Bit tough if you're from the Asian region and that they've been your events for so long, and now all of a sudden there's less Asian surfers who can get in or something like that. But again, you're never going to keep everyone happy, and it's good to see the WSL trying some new things. Yet again, this is all led by WSL Australalia, who are the absolute powerhouse of the WSL organisation. They don't use all this verbiage. They just surf comps and all surf and board riders comps on the weekend and get comps done.
Why did they sanction it in the first place? Just to try lift the growth of surfing in each region, or
Travel costs.
Yeah, travel costs. I think there's only so many times you can tap up the local shires and tourism boards to sponsor a QS 4000. If there's a hunger there for a QS 6000 in Cruy in Indonesia, and they can co-sanction it, and it means that some of the best surfers come from Australia to compete as well. That's a bit more appealing to the sponsors, that they're going to get the best Aussies plus the best Indonesians plus the best Japanese generally. I mean, there's also the Filipinos are getting better and better. And there's been plenty of QS surfers from other regions who've come to compete in those events, not because they can keep points, but purely because they just want to surf the great waves.
Yeah. Can't blame them, can you?
Mate, I'd just about see if I could join the QS Surf Perfect Nias. Just 4 people. How good would it be?
Wow.
I'd just get no waves like I did in the board riders.
Well, yeah, except for when it's not your heat, because then it is the worst.
God.
I don't go to that event anymore because my metrics for going to commentator event are how much do we get paid? How easy is it to get there? And how many waves am I going to catch?
Yeah.
And Nias, I would love to go there on a surf trip. I have been there on surf trips, but to go there with 200 QS guys who absolutely tear and catch 3 flights and do a 4-hour drive, and then to get paid in Bembings and Bintang. I don't even drink anymore, and Bintang Zero is intolerable.
Yeah.
It's just does not check too many boxes on the matrix, unfortunately. But
so I've never been to Cloud9. You enjoy going there, mate?
yeah, it's great. Cloud9 actually, despite appearing as if it's got a pretty small takeoff area, it's kind of like a Smith's Reef, but longer.
Okay.
So there is that takeoff zone. There's the deeper ones. There's actually a left off it as well. And it's super rippable when it's onshore. And the bottom is super smooth.
True.
Yeah, Mitch Parkinson once said on the webcast that they dynamited the hell out of it years ago. Not sure if that's the official tourism board's verbiage, but you bounce off the bottom and you come up laughing. It's dead flat.
Look forward to seeing the billboard outside Thiago saying, yeah, they dynamited the shit out of it.
Yeah. But yeah, Cloud9, great wave. And then
How's the locals?
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. And I'm lucky enough to have a mate over there who's got a boat, which then means you can take off and surf all kinds of other waves. You know, it's funny. It's slowly, you know, flipping massively with crowds, lots of backpackers, lots of learner surfers.
Yeah.
And it, you know, it's a bit like Batu Belong in Bali. There's just soft tops flying
God.
around all over the place. But then you get on a boat and you go 5 minutes and you can find empty waves, no one around, which is great.
They have announced, didn't they, the local crew that do not come and push people into waves and stuff like that.
Yeah, they've just done that out at Cloud9,
Yep.
which was, one of those places, same as Lacerations over at Lumbongan. You come flying down the line and there's a bunch of soft tops getting pushed in and you're like, what is going on out here? But yeah.
Same thing at Madawi in Bali too. They've sort of announced that sort of restriction there. So I reckon it's good.
Yeah, I mean, Madawi's not exactly a high performance wave to start off with.
Shit house. I mean, but you know.
A crazy tube though. Like imagine a learn to surf school operating at Super Tubes. You know, like it's just baffling. Like why?
Or Padang. Maybe Padang would be a better place for it than Madawi.
Bring back G-Land on the tour. That'd be...
Well, let's talk about that. Let's talk about our wish list for Challenger. Not going to Pipeline this year. Where would you like to see a Challenger event, T-Bone?
J-Bay.
J-Bay.
J-Bay, yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure if they're not doing a CT, they're not going to go all the way for a Changa.
Why not? They go to Bolito, don't they?
Well, yeah, that's true.
It's only up the road.
There you go.
Yeah, heavily funded by, you'd imagine, Bolito's
Tourism board.
tourism and government and all the rest. J-Bay, everyone knows that wave exists. They don't need the publicity. A bit like, you know, Raglan's kind of steered clear of that forever until now. Dun, dun, dun.
Talk to me. Raglan, what's your thoughts?
Fantastic.
Yeah, I reckon it's good too.
Yeah, and a bit of chat, you know, it's not indicators and who cares about, you know, Manu Bay or whatever, but like a 6-turn rippable left is the tour has been desperate to get one of those for so long. Like a big heaving reef slab is great, but we all grew up worshipping TB's backhand finners, and yet you rarely get to see him do them on tour.
True.
Like the one guy who really wants to qualify in the Changas is Morgan Siblick. Like he came fifth in top 5 that one year where there was Rottnest on tour, made the final. You know, stitched up John twice at Newcastle and Narrabeen, like lefts. And, you know, so this year when you've got Cloudbreak, Fiji, Pipe, and then you've got Raglan as well to allow you to throw some flair in the mix. Like we're going to see some incredible backhand surfing. I reckon that event, the natural footers are probably licking their lips more than the goofies.
Yeah.
Because they can just make stuff happen.
Yeah. Get the right conditions. It can be pretty hollow in that one section at Manu too. So we'll see.
It's going to be unreal. Like I wish they'd brought San Lou back, La Reunion, and I thought they were angling that way because they have run a QS there recently, and they've been, you know, they've got on top of their shark mitigation and all that sort of stuff, and that's another one that's pretty incredible. But bring on Raglan, bring on Billy Stammen, finally getting his CT dreams realised after I went to a few events last year and they were the first QSs I've ever been to that he wasn't at. I even texted him at one point. I'm like, mate,
where are you?
This is strange. Where are you? And so
has he ever come close to cracking?
He's made the challenges a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not. Yeah, he's probably be a top 20 on the challenges would be his best, I'd say. But you know, bit like Morgan Siblick on his backhand. 3-4 foot left where he can go upside down a half dozen times. It's going to be epic. And he will be so fired up.
Yeah.
And I don't think there'd be anyone on earth who begrudges him getting the wild card. Plus, there's going to be a trials to fill the other spots. So,
I wonder if Luke Siedeman's going to go in the trials.
I've got a question for you guys. If there was going to be a Challenger Series event in WA, and you think about, where you can accommodate a crowd and all that kind of stuff, where would you go?
I'd still go back to it just makes sense to me that they're surfing the same waves as the CT, so Marks.
I'd go Trig Point and just bring back the filler shave tracer.
Yeah, I mean, Chippo put it to me once, why don't they just leave everything set up at Margs and straight after the CT and run a Challenger? But then you've got, talk about grumpy car park locals, and that's the extreme version of it.
I would say Marks too, to be honest with you. Yeah, it just seems a no-brainer.
Well, they should, Trestles, they've got the CT there, do the Changas after that, or, it makes sense. I understand the local situation. It's a bit hard with surfing. You can't have like a World Series baseball and then a qualifying baseball afterwards because you can just do that at the venue. But
unless you're Sakurama, and then you can have a CT, a Challenger, a QS,
board riders,
a board riders. I think they have there's another Brazilian league as well where they host like some nationals and stuff. That one wave, and it's. I wish I'd go somewhere else in Brazil. Like down in Florianopolis, there are some amazing waves, but it's all because it's in the state of Rio and it can be called the Rio Pro. Whereas Sakurama is like 2.5 hour drive from Rio, the city. It's like having an event down here and calling it the Perth Pro.
I think having a Challenger in Margaret Rivers would be unique, and it just has that little X factor, as you know.
Well, it used to be. Yeah, it used to be a Challenger when it wasn't on the CT
Challenger?
for a while.
Or QS.
Well, it wasn't a Challenger at that point. It was QS, but it was equivalent to a Challenger. What about you, mate? Where would you have the local Challenger?
I mean, I think it's pretty hard to go past Rotto. It's just so unique, and the event in 2021, that was 5 out of 10 Stricos. And it was still really entertaining, largely because it was a left, and there was so much, Gabby and Italo did some of the biggest alley-oops you'll ever see just because it's built for that kind of thing. But you never see that when you go over on a boat with your mates. Like completely different surfing. Michelle and Griff got like 8-second barrels where they just parked it from start to finish. And they used to have those pro juniors on the Billabong Junior Series way back in the day when it was like Taj and Mick Lowe and Bo Emerton and all those dudes. Hard to go past Wadjum up. Flat Rock up at Jarrow is probably pretty versatile. Unfortunately, lefties, big rocks, it's too hard. There's no access, that kind of thing. If you could turn off the environmentally friendly part of your brain for a minute, I would just build a grandstand on the beach in front of gas and have a left-right peak that's a tube, couple of turns, big ramp either way. Would be the best comp wave in the world, but you might struggle. Although no one seems to care about preserving Narrabeen or saving Smiths Beach anymore. Shout out to the Environmental Protection Authority. What part of the you
do yourself a favour and get on the local Shire websites and put a little submission in there to try to protect Narrabeen and Smiths Beach. There's some fucking shit stuff going on there. My goodness. So we've got Margaret River, we've got Rotto, and we've got Flat Rocks up in Jarrow, but don't tell the Jarrow people that because I'll probably get pretty annoyed about that.
What was that controversy? I remember Liam O'Brien talking about Liam and Morgan. Didn't they block someone in a heat at Rotto? What was that?
Yeah. Might have been Italo.
They blocked Italo?
And Lobby got yelled at in the competitors area.
Might have even been Jeremy.
Oh, no, you're right. It was Jeremy Flores, yeah.
But that's not a controversy. He yells at everyone.
He does.
Yeah, true.
He does.
He yelled at me for years.
And that's within the rule books, isn't it?
Yeah, and then he came in and I remember he was like blowing up at Bottle because he was their coach or something. And Jeremy's amazing. He's the epitome of white line fever. Like he admits it. He laughs about it afterwards. He's like, yeah, sorry about that. But he can find fault anywhere. Like, it's never his fault that he's lost. But
I was surprised when we talked to him at Mugs that one year. He was super mellow and relaxed and friendly. Like, say, white line fever.
Yeah, he's the best.
Fucking kill you.
Get him playing for the Dockers a couple
How
of years
good was
ago.
that little video that Spencer Starling did with his
My knees.
my knees.
Can I give you
Insane.
my Jeremy story?
Let's hear it.
Oh, I got to try and make it real quick. But one year he was surfing against Italo. It was the year Italo won Karamas. And Italo absolutely schooled him up. I was doing the beach commentary. Ratu Suagita, Balinese Lord, was commentating with me, and the Balinese love the Brazilians. And Ratu was going bananas every time Italo took off on a wave, and you could see the steam coming under Jeremy's ears in the water. Anyway, heat over. Jeremy comes flying up the stairs. Witz and Michelle intercept him. And he's like, can you hear these fucking beach commentators? They kiss his ass so much. Da, 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 da. And Witz, who I know quite well, was like, it was Ratu, wasn't Binnsy, like da da da. Anyway, that night at the bar, Jeremy's had a few drinks, comes up, what the fuck are you guys talking about? You're talking him up too much. And I'm like, mate, they don't listen to us. He goes, of course I listen to you. Like, you right next to them. You eat all this, well. And I tried, this was back in my drinking days, I tried to calm you down by buying us tequilas, which worked at first. And then, half an hour later, I've run into him at the bar again. Oh, you again, fuck you. A few more tequilas,
Just buy you some
put out
tequilas,
the
mate.
flames
Settle
for a
down.
little while, not much longer. Anyway, Italo wins the event, and I did something I rarely do, which is I had a photo with him and it got posted. First comment, Jeremy doesn't follow me on the gram, and his first comment is Jeremy going, hey, look at you go, good job team, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh my God. Week later, it's the Uluwatu event. Joanne Defay wins. Jeremy's sponsoring her at the time, so, they're all celebrating at single fin. Naturally run into each other. Fucking you again. You still here. What are you doing? I'm like, oh my God, this non-stop. Next year, first event of the year, Goldie, running him at a bar again. I can't believe you're still doing these events, man. I'm like, oh my God. See him at Bell's next event. Walk in first morning. It's 5 a.m, pitch black. And I hear this voice out of the back of a station wagon. What the fuck? You're here too? And I just looked at him. I was like, Jeremy, it's too early in the morning. He goes, yeah, fair enough. It's too early. All good. Next event, we got freaking Jeremy at Karamas, and he's surfing against the Panda, and Panda has 2 4s or something. Jeremy has a 6. He needs a 2 with 5 minutes to go, and I'm on the beach commentary, and it goes dead flat. And I'm sitting there going, my God, can this wave please come? Like, far out. Anyway, sits there. And I'm, of course, the one going, surfers, there's 4 minutes remaining. Jeremy,
Shut
you
the
need
fuck
it
up,
too.
Binnsy.
And I'm like trying to put on an accent, muffle my voice, you name it. Anyway, 15 seconds to go. Wave comes. Jeremy takes off, cracks out a couple of turns, gets a 3. I'm like, Jeremy Flores, your last score, a 3. You're through. He came
This
in.
is Binnsy, by the way.
And I was off the next heat. So I've walked out again right as he's coming up that same set of stairs, and we look at each other and he goes, Binnsy, come here. And he grabs me and we have this big cuddle and he goes, you know what? I heard your voice with 5 minutes to go. I needed 2. And in my head, I'm like, oh shit, I've been such a dickhead to this guy for the last year. Here comes my karma. I'm going to get fucked here. And I'm sitting there and I'm getting so mad. And then that wave comes and we get the score. He goes, we did it, bro. And I'm like, are we mates? He goes, we're fucking mates. And we've been mates ever since.
Oh, that's classic. That was a great story.
It was, yeah, I just couldn't get away from him for a year. I hadn't done a single thing, but he had me in his sights, and then we actually ended up in the Maldives together a couple of years ago, and we had a good laugh about it. We got a good photo after he won the Quickie Pro in France and then retired. That was probably one of the best wins I've ever seen in all of sport, let alone
What a
surfing.
mic drop. Take note, people like
Well,
Kelly Slater.
no, he actually didn't because he hung around and he actually surfed through the COVID year, but he should have retired. He admits that. He's like, yeah, I should have walked away then. I think that was 2019. 2020 didn't happen. Then 2021 was the weird year, and he kind of left without firing a shot.
Kelly Slater, you won Pipe Masters, mate. Just give it up then. It's anyway.
Hey, Kelly Slater one stab in the dark too.
Oh, good on you, Kelly.
You guys watched the last episode?
Haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah. What do you think, mate?
There's a few sides going on here. What's going on?
I just felt for the guys at Stab. Like they could not have worked harder on that series, and
You mean getting Kelly down the beach, or
just everything.
just everything?
Get him
yeah.
anyway.
Like the amount of work that went into it, and even Sam McIntosh put himself on camera in the show, just saying
Yeah,
the worst
he did
possible
actually.
outcome for us in this is if the Firewire wins,
Yeah.
and then what do you know?
The Dan man won it.
Yeah, sorry, no
There you go.
spoilers. Anyone
No
who's
spoilers.
tuning in,
Ah.
but
Our-
still
our-
worth your subscription to Stab.
Our listeners
Yeah.
can't afford the Stab subscription. They don't know what you're talking about, mate.
Listen, I don't watch all the Stab and Darks, but I definitely wanted to watch this one.
I don't always watch Stab in the Dark.
I actually got a
but when
lot
I
of
do-
laughs out of the Shapers.
Oh, brilliant.
All their banter. was pretty
Absolutely
funny, wasn't it?
brilliant. Yeah. And yeah, I texted Sam today. I was like, because they've already shot the Ethan one, and Taj went over and filmed that with Ethan, because I think they were a bit worried that maybe Ethan, he's a pretty reserved guy, and they wanted to get some chat out of him. So they almost had Taj there as his buddy to surf with him.
Yeah,
and,
okay.
and get some life out of him. And which he's not boring. Like there's plenty of life to Ethan. You just have to work hard to get it. So anyway, they've made that effort, and they got pumping periscopes. Mate, Mark Clift was over there, of course, at the time. Said it was pretty
bugger.
pumping, and to see Ethan surfing unbelievable periscopes is going to be a palate cleanser after seeing Kelly on jumping around from quads to thrusters
Yeah.
at backwashy
Yeah.
snapper, and
It was some of the conditions were tough, weren't they?
but also he looked really good on the sharp eye. Surfed it once,
Yeah.
and then that we never saw it again.
Yeah, he did.
Um,
He looked all right on the Mayhem, I think. He surfed the Mayhem that last
yeah, and then
episode 4.
Then he broke it.
Then he broke it, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, Biolis came out and he said, "Look, the 5 best turns in the movie are all on my board, so that's
Yeah.
what I care about." And
Sounds like Biolis.
yeah, there was the Shapers were the star of this
Yeah,
one.
they were.
It was really cool, and
Brit,
2 coffees a month for the Stab subscription
Yeah.
is the best money you'll ever spend.
Britt Merrick was pretty open in it, wasn't he?
Oh.
Talking about how how Kelly was seen to be more close to his father than he was.
Yeah, he had all his analogies really dialed in, and a lot of it's that self-depreciating stuff, bit like what's his name, B Rabbit in 8 Mile. Like you put yourself down in the first rap battle, and then the opposition's got no ammo to hit you with.
Yeah.
So he's like, yeah, that's my dad. So and you go, oh fuck, I had this really good joke about your dad. And it's like he was great with
I was
that.
hoping he's going to pick CI just for the
And he
the
could
story.
have.
Yeah.
Like he looked so good on the
He
CI.
looked really good.
He did.
I saw that part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you need to get Snake in to talk about all of his interactions with DH, because
Oh god, yeah.
that was the comedy element of
that
the
was that was.
Very, very funny. Who would have thought the Shapers were the more entertaining part of the Stab in the Dark? Well, no, I guess everyone really.
show. I mean, who'd ever have guessed that the Shapers would talk a lot?
Yeah, I mean it was funny when
Get out of my shaping bay. You're not welcome.
It was funny when Pizell sent a message to Hanley, so I'll come around and give you a hug. Board got fucked off. Looked like a nice board. I mean, I like the look of it. But he did say there was a little flash of a Firewire model looking similar
Yeah.
in the episode. It's like, you should have wrote it as a quad, as
Well, that
Hanley
was
said.
Yeah. Some boards are in as quads, some as thrusters. It jumps around all over the place.
Yeah,
Pretty tough to compare apples and oranges.
True.
Speaking of Shapers, you mentioned the twin fin went well for yesterday. What board's that?
That was a Pang. The Saint, the old Town and Country Potts
Ooh,
model from way back,
Nice.
which I'm trying not to become an old guy, but that board is 90% of what I surf these days.
There you go.
Yeah.
My favourite twin, I damaged pretty badly. I've got to get it fixed, and I just can't bring myself to take it to the local ding fix because it's going to cost about $300. And T-Bone, you were on a...
Well, I'm well and truly in the old guy board, yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it seems to be going well for you.
Yeah, yeah.
Benny Rufus?
Yeah, sick board. Love
Nice.
it. He actually shaped it for himself and he lent it to Adzi and I saw it in Adzi's shed and I put it on my arm and went, wow,
That's me.
I'll take this, thank you.
I'll take that. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I was... well, it doesn't really matter what I was riding because I didn't ride anything yesterday, so we won't worry about
You
that.
can't blame the equipment, can you, Nemo?
I can blame myself. Mindset was terrible. I needed Benny Crow on my side.
Well, I was on the fence as to whether I was going to go in it yesterday because time constraints and life as a father of a newborn and whatnot. But when it was in Yales, that kind of
Made it
every
easy.
argument goes out the window. But then I was like, oh, it's a heat. I need to ride a thruster.
Thruster.
And I went dug a 6.2 out of the shed and spent 15 minutes trying to get some wax to stick back on it because it was covered in crap and gunk and scrubbed it down and waxed it up and went out and just I felt like a plug out there. I haven't ridden a thruster out at Yellingup in 10 years.
Yeah.
And it reflected in my atrocious surfing, and then went home, grabbed the 20, and also I paddled out, and everyone else out there was on 20s and quads anyway, and I was like, damn it, and then
You redeemed yourself, mate. You took out that heat.
Trust your instincts, part one. All right, so Binnsy's got some things he needs to do, so let's not go too much longer. Let's do a quick Clive Palmer Cup. T-Bone, have you got any nominations this week for the biggest dick or otherwise in surfing?
Not really
or
a Clive
otherwise?
Palmer, more of a lessons learned. When I was listening to Adzi talk about how he didn't read the reviews in booking.com, like I did something similar in Airbnb and I rented a car and I was trying to renting a car and going to these ski resorts. Like we went to Chamonix last month. Having a car park is vital, but I didn't read the review. Like I went probably 2-3 pages deep of this review, and it wasn't till I got there, the street that I was staying on actually closed down for pedestrians only. So I couldn't park.
Sound like you, mate. You're pretty thorough usually.
Couldn't
with
park the
that sort of
car.
thing.
So all I will say is if you're going to read the reviews, go an extra page or two deep.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, we do nickname T-Bone Belly because he's our tour manager for our
Belly fucked up.
crew
Belly
that
fucked
go
up.
travelling, and he always organises our accommodation, flights, taxis, everything. So it's surprising to hear, mate.
Yeah, I had to find some random car parks, but
We have had Belly Junior on the last trip, so maybe you've just lost your mojo
yeah,
a
I
bit.
have. I've lost my touch. So
I also think, speaking of losing your touch, you're going to struggle to get sympathy with many people when you start a story with, I was just
in
skiing in Chamonix.
yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
I
There you go.
saw a mate put his house up on Facebook the other day. He's like, I'm going skiing for the next 6 weeks. If anyone wants to house sit. And I was like, that's not how you do it. Like,
Well, I think some people are actually charging people to house sit at the moment.
yeah.
Can you
yeah.
house sit $300 a week and look after my dog and my cat?
Yeah, it's not exactly house sitting.
No
is it?
good. I'm going to give my Clive Palmer Cup to T-Bone for that very thing that Binnsy just mentioned, opening a sub story with
Okay.
I was in Chamonix.
Well, it was more lessons learnt. That's what it was, Nemo. Read the reviews. But anyway,
All
don't
right.
feel sorry for me. Yeah, don't feel sorry for me at all.
I know Binnsy's a pretty positive guy, but you do have your occasional little sore points. What have you got, mate? Anything for the Clive Palmer?
Oh, probably just that warmonger on the other side of the world who's just
Oh, fuck.
doing all he can to end the world. I remember on Saturday morning walking down the lookout at Yells and everyone was sitting there and we were all kind of whinging a little bit about how south the swell was, or maybe it was Sunday when it was real big, but we were all looking and it was pretty south and everyone was umming and ahhing, and then someone was like, yep, but where we are on the complete opposite side of the world. How lucky are we that our biggest issue is whether the swell's a bit too south?
Very much so.
Too much angle in the swell.
Don't know if you
God
saw
damn
it. There was a hotel, I think, in the UAE somewhere that got hit
Yeah, I
by
saw that.
some debris from a missile or something, and the internet always wins, right? There's just all the Google reviews now, speaking of, are like, hotel was shit, got hit by a rocket fire. Like, anti-aircraft systems didn't work.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can always rely
That'll
on the
become a
internet,
famous
can't you?
hotel now, won't it?
Well, I think the Clive Palmer Cup has to go to old mate Warmongers. Well, we'll give it to the two Warmongers at the moment. We've got old Peach Face and Putin as well.
The bloke who wanted to start the Peace Club.
Oh, mate. Jeez. Can somebody make sure they don't miss next time? I know I'll probably get in trouble for saying that, but I guess it was maybe a setup anyway. So, yeah, just get the job done. All right, let's be positive. Steve Irwin's salute, ladies and gentlemen. T-Bone, what have you got?
Oh, geez, no, you got me on the spot there.
Mate, we do this every episode. What are you talking about?
I wasn't prepared for a Steve Irwin.
Ooh.
Let Binnsy go first. I did have one, but I just can't think of it. I'll let you guys go first. I can't think
You got
of
one,
it.
Busy?
I've got a few. I'd almost suggest that the Steve Irwin needs to be renamed as the Austin Appleby to give it a bit more local flavour.
Don't tell Adsy that. He won't be happy.
Look, I'm going to say Scotty James, who just got his second silver at the Winter Olympics and who got a bronze at the one before that. He's been to 5 now, medalled 3 times. If you haven't seen his documentary, go and watch it. He's an absolute legend. He's a larrikin. He's a cheeky little shit of a kid who left home at 12 or 13 to chase his dreams. Made no secrets of the fact that he wanted to get that gold. Could have easily got it, just didn't make his last trick on his last run, which again, he probably had already done enough to be in the conversation for the win, but then on his last hit went for something he'd never stuck in competition before. So if he'd stuck the 16-20, he would have won the gold. He pretty much tin cupped it. He was like, I don't want to leave this in the hands of the judges. I'm either going to stomp it and ride away with the gold, or I'm going to finish second, and tin cupped it. Didn't come off for him. First couple of interviews, everyone was like, is that it? And he's finally just gone, I'm not leaving. See you at the next one.
See you then.
Mate, second that. I did actually watch the documentary only last week. Yeah, loved it. How old is he now?
31.
31.
Still plenty of time left in the tank for Scotty James.
Yeah, and, speaking of sob stories, he's married to a billionaire-ess, lives in Monaco and all the rest. But, he has not put a foot wrong since that moment. Every post has been super gracious. There's been all this footage coming out of him. The first thing he did was go over to the guy who came fourth, who fell apart and was in tears. And he's got his arm around him going, mate, it's going to be all right. This is going to give you the motivation for the next 4 years. And you're like, hang on, you're going through worse right now and you're thinking of someone else. And he's just, it's a bit like Pat Rafter never winning Wimbledon. Yeah. It just helps grow the legend all the same. So
Still hurts me.
Fuck, it's incredible acrobatics what they do.
It's unbelievable.
Have you been to an X Games and what?
Oh, I've been to the Olympics, the Winter Olympics a couple of years ago, and saw Scotty get the bronze in. The bronze in Korea. That's a completely another story, but
a bit of soju that night. Or?
He's a foot taller than the rest of the field.
Yeah, he looks like a tall guy.
Is he tall? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so he's big and tall, and then the Japanese are these incredible gymnasts who are a foot shorter, and so they can get their spins around a lot better. He's known for his style, but conditions have to be perfect for Scotty. The half pipe has to be super icy, rock hard, bulletproof to allow him the speed to do everything that he has to. So there's, it's so much gnarlier for him, and he's still in the mix. Like, he'd gone undefeated pretty much. He won the X Games for the 8th time or something. He's won 5 in a row there. Like, he's the man. He's a great guy. He's reasonable surfer. And,
Yeah.
Check his Instagram out too, because he's a funny bastard.
he's funny as they get.
Fuck,
You know,
I'd
the one
love
time
to
where he's got that song playing. Thank you for being a friend, and it's just him and sees the camera side. Yeah, just check it. It's very, very funny.
Fuck, it'd be good to watch live. I'd love to watch a half pipe
Oh
live.
shit, yeah.
Yeah, that was the one Sean White
Wow.
won. That was pretty much his mic drop, and it was
Yeah.
God. I tell you what, seeing that
That was
like,
a bit of yeah. He had a few words to say to the judges, didn't he? After that, was it?
No, that was the X
X
Games,
Games, right.
when he got given the perfect 100 that was far from perfect. But watching Sean White at the X Games at the Olympics drop in for that final run with the crowd giving it the USA and stuff. I just got this feeling when I was there. I was like, this feels like watching Slater at Trestles. Like it all feels preordained.
Yeah.
Like, and I hate it. And
Yeah.
like, skin's gone clammy, and you kind of know what's coming.
Yeah.
And, you know, but I was there cheering for Scotty, and it felt like being at Trestles when Slater's beating Taj with some bullshit credit card air in the last 10 seconds. And you're just like, no, why do I keep living this shit out?
Where's the next Winter Olympics?
In France.
Oh, okay. That other,
So you might be over
Back
there.
there
you
at
might,
Chamonix, mate.
I'll make sure I find a car park.
you might be able to sublet one of your Airbnbs to a few Olympians.
That Aussie guy did it. I can't remember his name. The Aussie
Valentino
guy.
Gasselli.
Yeah.
He's a weapon.
Jesus, the height they get when they go in the air, it's fucking crazy.
He's from the South Coast. He rips.
Really?
Yeah. Val's a really good surfer.
Wow.
Fucking double threats.
Yeah.
Couldn't be a single threat.
Yeah, but this is what the rest of the world finds amazing about all these Aussies come from the South Coast and, you know, Torquay and all these places that don't have snow. And, you know, or they're water skiers from lake country and rural New South Wales and stuff. And, but it's because we have AISs and all these amazing programs that once you've got the talent, then you do these amazing training programs, and it's the Aussie sporting ethic where you travel as a team and you've got each other's back and then you're on the road anyway, and the rest takes care of itself. But yeah, it's great to be the underdog.
Fuck yeah. Tell you what, it's just to maintain that level for the next 4 years must be not easy.
It's wild. And he does so much time in the gym.
Jeez,
like I remember through
imagine.
COVID, you know, he's best mates with Dan Ricciardo and Marcus Stoinis, and those three were just ragging the crap out of each other on Instagram, setting each other challenges in the gym, doing this, that, and the other. And yeah, they're elite sportsmen.
Athletes.
I saw Gavin Medina made it to the snow.
Yeah, so did
Yeah,
Griff.
yeah.
Griff and Crosby. I think they were all there for Oakley,
yeah.
maybe.
It's about the only edit that Medina's put out, right? You never see him in any free surfing edits. Binnsy,
Yes.
any other Steve
That's
Irwins?
a bloody good Steve Irwin.
Any more? Jeez.
You don't have to if you don't have any.
Just my wife for going back to work today for the first time in 15 months after we had our little man, and now I'm flying off tomorrow to go to Queensland for an event. So it's talk about one extreme to the other. This is
Good on you, Mrs. Binns.
oh yeah, absolutely love you, Steph.
Agent.
She's a trooper. I'm going to leave the Steve Irwin salute today to Scotty James. Congratulations, champion. You know the country's behind you. And we are going to wrap this one up, but any final thoughts, gentlemen?
No, Namu, let's catch up shortly
We will.
for another surf, maybe. Try to redeem ourselves.
Mate, I'm just a Margo, just a free surfer, mate.
Let's see.
Binnsy, thanks for joining us, mate.
Well, hang on,
Before
I've
you
got
go,
my final thoughts. Yeah, let's see Margaret's take out the ABB, and then
Shit, yeah.
and then Jacob and Willow take out Newcastle. I don't think Willow could qualify even if she wins it, but Chippo, couple of heats to consolidate, and then he's got a full year run at it next year with Pipe, Fiji,
Fuck yeah.
Chopes,
yeah, boy.
Manu Bay, and all the rest that he's always done so well at.
Are you at the Challenger in Newey?
I am not.
No.
But
yeah, we look forward to seeing you on the commentary duties in Margaret River when they
it's such a fun event.
come up.
And the ABB will be on YouTube, mate, or be...
Yeah, it's on KO, and I should know this as well. I'm pretty sure it's on like a 7mate or, you know, one of those digital kind of offerings.
Who's in the commentary booth with you?
Vaughan,
cool.
Stace, Scarborough, Sean Doherty, Jesse Starling, Jess Grimwood,
Squad.
Reggae Ellis.
Yeah, sick.
Yeah, they wheel out a big team for that one, which is pretty great. And yeah, it is so fun. It's like if you could just get sports administrators or surfing administrators from all around the world and get them to stop using verbiage and marketing terms and actually just drop them in that event for a weekend to let that soak in. Like that's the DNA you want.
Yeah.
That's when you'd end up with a tag team as part of the Olympics, which it should be. It's the best.
Yeah.
And it's so uniquely Australian.
Bloody oath.
And we just got a message saying we're not allowed to swear on the broadcast, which
That's fucking fair enough, mate.
Yeah, but it seems to have been they'd let that one go in the past, which is great because when you get on a roll with guys like Stace and Vaughan, it's hard not to drop a few here and there. But
let's not get too serious with it. All right, mate. What else have you got?
No,
You're done.
that's it. I'm done. Kid with gastro.
Kid with gastro. Well, thanks for joining us, Binnsy. It's always a pleasure, mate. And we'll hopefully catch up with you after the Newcastle Challenger to see how the cards have dropped there, see where they lie at the end of the rankings. Hopefully Chippo's got the job done over there in Newcastle. Hopefully we'll get some good result as well. Thanks, everyone. You've been listening to the Barrel Surf Podcast, and we will catch you next time.